What if I told you that a single daily habit could make you unstoppable? Not talent, not luck, just one simple action repeated every single day. Think about it, every great achiever you admire, every legend who changed the game wasn't born extraordinary. They built themselves through consistent daily effort. Today, I'll share the story of someone who went from being lost and hopeless to becoming truly unstoppable, all because of one small daily practice. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll realize that you have the same power within you. Meet Zane, a young man with big dreams but a mind full of doubts. He wanted success, recognition, and a life filled with purpose. But no matter how hard he tried, he always found himself stuck in the same cycle, starting strong, then giving up when things got tough. He envied those who seemed naturally talented, believing that success was something you were either born with or not. Every failure felt like proof that he wasn't meant for greatness. He watched others rise while he stayed behind, frustrated and lost. Life felt unfair. No matter how much he wanted to succeed, every setback made him question himself. Maybe I just don't have what it takes, he thought, and with each failure, his belief in himself faded, pushing him closer to giving up for good. But what Zane didn't know was that his entire life was about to change, with just one simple daily habit. Mr. Archer gave Zane a simple challenge. Pick one habit. Do it every day. No excuses. It sounded too easy, too basic. But Zane was desperate for change, so he committed. His habit? Waking up at 5 a.m. and training, physically, mentally, and emotionally. The first few days were miserable. His body ached. His mind resisted, and the voice in his head kept saying, "Why are you even trying? This won't change anything." There were days he wanted to quit. Days when the bed felt too comfortable, the excuses too convincing. But every time he thought about stopping, Mr. Archer's words echoed in his mind. Growth is invisible at first, but it's happening. And so, he kept going. Days turned into weeks. The routine became a habit. He no longer debated whether to wake up early, he just did it. He no longer relied on motivation, he relied on discipline. At first, the changes were small, more energy, more focus, a little more confidence. But what Zane didn't realize was that something much bigger was happening. He wasn't just practicing a skill. He was becoming someone new. And soon, life would test just how much he had really changed. Then the real test came. A challenge that would have broken the old Zane. An important opportunity was in front of him, one that required focus, resilience, and confidence. But the moment he stepped forward, doubt crept in. The same old voice whispered, "You're not good enough. You'll fail like before." But this time, something was different. Zane didn't run. He didn't freeze. He didn't let fear control him. Because he had already faced resistance every morning at 5 a.m. He had already fought through discomfort, self-doubt, and fatigue every single day. He had built something stronger than motivation. He had built discipline. And so instead of backing down, he stepped forward with focus, with confidence, and with the quiet certainty that no matter what happened, he wouldn't quit. The challenge that once seemed impossible, he crushed it. Not because he suddenly had more talent, but because he had trained himself to never break under pressure. And in that moment, he realized he was no longer the same person who used to quit. He had become unstoppable. As Zane stood there, victorious, Mr. Archer watched with a knowing smile. "Now you understand," he said. "Success was never about talent. It was never about luck. It was about what you did, every single day." Zane finally saw the truth. The early mornings, the discipline, the struggles. It had all shaped him into the person he had become. He had spent years searching for a secret formula, thinking that greatness was something only a few were born with. But in reality, it had always been within his reach. The only thing separating him from success was consistency. Most people quit because they don't see results fast enough, Mr. Archer continued. But those who win, they keep going, even when nothing seems to be changing, because they know the process is working, even when they can't see it. Zane nodded. He no longer needed to rely on motivation or luck. His habits, his mindset, and his discipline had made him strong. For the first time in his life, he didn't just believe he could succeed, he knew he would, because now he was truly unstoppable. Zane's story isn't unique. It's not about luck, talent, or some hidden secret. It's about one simple truth. What you do every day shapes who you become. Now the real question is, what about you? What habit can you commit to daily? What small action can you take that will transform you over time? Because success isn't about making one big move. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. So starting today, make a choice, build that habit, stay consistent. And one day, just like Zane, you'll wake up and realize you've become unstoppable. The journey begins now. If you found this story inspiring and want more content like this, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your support helps bring more powerful stories that can change lives. Hit the subscribe button now and start your journey to becoming unstoppable.